Craig Day, covering the news on the News on 6. From the News on 6, it's 6 in the morning.
The search for a drug suspect overnight leads police to a gruesome discovery. More violence in Iraq as delegates meet in Baghdad to discuss the country's future. And massive relief efforts continue in the wake of Hurricane Charlie. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 6 in the morning on this Monday, August the 16th. I'm Leanne Taylor.
And I'm James Adelot. Casey Norton taking a couple of days off to spend time with his new baby daughter.
Yeah, and you and I are both back.
Uh-huh.
Together.
I was gone a little bit last week. You were gone the part of last week that I was here. School working out okay?
Worked out great. All ready for a new week. Although after Friday picking her up, Rach said, I'm ready for summer.
Oops.
170 days later, we'll discuss it, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I guess the weather, though, has gotten us kind of in the mood. Summer's over, and we're moving into fall.
It feels like fall. People ready for football season to start. And the football players have to be excited about this weather, the ones that are in two-a-days. Wow. Warren Viper 3D indicating some rain activity, mostly just south of the city of Tulsa, crossing the Indian Nation Turnpike, Highway 75. Check our forecast because another day with below normal temperatures and above normal rain chances for August. 20% chance of some scattered showers around through the rest of the day and a high of 85 degrees. It's still deluxe, no complaints.
None at all. We'll have more on the forecast here in about 5 minutes. Topping our news today, Tulsa police are looking for a suspect who ran from them during an overnight drug stop. It happened about midnight when officers tried to stop a car near East Queen Street. Officers say when they approached the car, the driver dropped crack cocaine in a soda bottle and then took off. He left his female passenger behind along with his ID. They searched the area, but the suspect got away. A warrant will be issued later for his arrest. That foot chase led police to an abandoned house on North Madison. Police say the house is known for drug activity, and they thought the suspect may have gone inside to hide. When they got inside, they got more than they expected when they started to look around the house.
They discovered a body in there that was decomposed and was at least several days deceased. At this time, we're investigating it as possible homicide.
Authorities say the state medical examiner will have to determine the exact cause of death and how long the man's body had been in there. The victim's name has not been released. Police are looking for that drug suspect, though. Also new this morning, some Tulsa teenagers are in trouble with the law after spending extra hours on school property. Officers responded to an intrusion call at Perry Elementary. They found 2 teenagers inside. They'd apparently gotten in through an open window. Both juveniles will likely face burglary charges. An investigation's underway this morning into the death of a Sapulpa man who died while in a police scuffle. Sapulpa police went to the home of 25-year-old Darrell Wick. His cousin had just been arrested for stealing from a convenience store. Officers demanded Wick and his girlfriend come outside, and when Wick refused, witnesses say the officers pulled him through a glass door. Wick's throat was cut on a shard of glass, and he bled to death on the front porch. Sapulpa police haven't commented, and the Creek County District Attorney is investigating. Records show Wick had a number of run-ins with police and some felony convictions. 4 people have been arrested following a stabbing death at a birthday party over the weekend. It happened at the fairgrounds in Muskogee. Police say 20-year-old Guillermo Hernandez died after he was stabbed with an unknown object. 2 others were hospitalized. If you have any information about the crime, you're asked to call the Muskogee Crime Stoppers, 918-682-COPS. For the 3rd time in a month, an inmate has escaped from the Jackie Brennan Correctional Center in McAllister. This time, it's 33-year-old Scott Robinson who's been reported missing. Robinson was serving 2 20-year sentences for armed robbery and a former felony conviction. He turned up missing in a head count over the weekend. Robinson was last seen wearing gray sweats. The 2 other men who escaped over the past few weeks have been recaptured. U.S. military officials say 3 American soldiers were killed in Najaf over the weekend. The military says the soldiers died in attacks by militiamen loyal to Shiite cleric Muqtada al-Sadr. Both Marine and Army units have been deployed to Najaf since fighting erupted there earlier this month. Meanwhile, in Baghdad, Iraqi National Conference delegates gathered for a 3-day session to elect a national council. Outside the conference, there were scattered bursts of violence, including a bus station bombing that killed 2 and a roadside bombing killed a U.S. soldier just hours before the conference began. The reality of the long job ahead is settling in for people in Florida following Hurricane Charlie. The damage is staggering. The storm has left at least 16 people dead and damage in the billions of dollars. Aline Sergani has the latest from hard-hit Punta Gorda, Florida.
Slowly but surely, thousands of Florida residents devastated by Hurricane Charlie are coming to terms with the disaster. Homes and businesses across the state have suffered severe damage, and at least 16 people are confirmed dead.
I mean, here's 14 years of my life gone.
Thousands of people are still homeless, and the National Guard is on hand to maintain order. Support is also pouring in from around the country as many people return home despite the dangers. They are simply anxious to start picking up the pieces.
I've started over in my life 4 or 5 times, no big deal, you know, but I just feel like I don't know where to go or what to do.
On Sunday, President Bush joined his brother, Governor Jeb Bush, for a tour of the hardest hit areas. The president promised to avoid the problems that plagued the delivery of aid after Hurricane Andrew in 1992.
The job of the federal government and the state government is to surge resources as quickly as possible to disaster areas.
Federal authorities have listed at least 25 counties as eligible for disaster aid. Utility crews are working around the clock to restore power and have already brought back service to more than 1 million homes. Now that Charlie has gone, the calm after the storm is broken by the sounds of cleanup and construction. With damage estimates reaching $20 billion and hurricane season well underway, there is plenty of work to be done. There are 2 storms brewing off the Florida coast that aren't supposed to make landfall, but that's little comfort for residents hit by Charlie. You see, he wasn't supposed to come here either. Aline Sergani, CBS News, Punta Gorda, Florida.
Now 6:06, let's check on our weather, see if Charlie will have any effect on it.
No effect from Charlie. There are a couple more tropical systems out in the Atlantic. Danielle will stay out in open waters, and Tropical Storm Earl slow strengthening, and it may head toward the Gulf of Mexico by the weekend, so we'll have to watch that pretty closely. Warren Viper 3D for us. No tropical systems, but we do have some shower activity in the area. The heaviest downpour right now moving out of Creek County into western Okmulgee County. It really won't amount to too much. In fact, this activity generally weakening as we go through the next couple of hours. Won't completely dissolve, and things will stay unsettled enough to keep a chance, at least, of some shower activity in our forecast through the day today. Check out our temperatures now. We are sitting at 69 degrees in Tulsa, so we're up a couple of degrees over the last hour. 67 in Ponca City. Wichita has some heavier thunderstorm activity in the area. 65 there, and McAllister at 68 degrees. A couple of fronts on the weather map. One in the northern plains, another front kind of stationary just off the east coast and back into Florida right now if you are traveling around the country. The good news is we don't have any flight delays in the southeast. The northeast, though, that's a different story. Rain activity from Washington up through the northeast into New York City and Boston. Expect some delays there. Cloud cover around Chicago and cool, 49 degrees, but no delays being reported through O'Hare, so that's good news. A lot of folks from here travel up through O'Hare Airport. 81 degrees, some shower activity around Phoenix, but not enough showers to generate any kind of travel delays there. Future view through our weather today, a high of 85, scattered showers. It looks like the shower activity will be finished by overnight. 69 degrees, our expected low temperature. That's still a little bit below normal. Tomorrow, the front gets closer to south central Kansas. I think it'll stay just far enough north to avoid any shower chances, at least in our area. It'll be a little warm. In fact, pretty warm compared to the weather that we've seen over the last couple of days. 85 this afternoon, near 90 tomorrow. 91 Wednesday and Thursday, but a stronger front will drop in. It'll take us some time to have some effect on temperatures, but by Friday and Saturday we'll notice rain chances beginning to increase. 40% chance of showers by Friday, and Saturday could be a little bit of a rainy weekend for the first, I guess, full weekend of school year
Right.
for a lot of people.
Yeah. Got to tell you, though, this past weekend, Casey and I went out to Big Splash, not together.
Did he do it?
Yes, he did the Silver
Wow.
Bullet. We will have pictures. I opted to wait till next week, till when Casey comes back. So if we're going to make fun,
Gonna embarrass him. He might as well be here to be embarrassed.
it was really interesting, though, because his family was in town, his brother, sister, mom, and dad. They were all out there, and Casey and his brother got to the very top. They said, you know, ladies first, so I went ahead and went.
So you did too.
Yeah, well, you know, I have to do it once a year.
It's
the
old hat for
one
you.
year, you know, speaking of, I didn't have my hat on
Did you go
or my
head
hair. No, No, but it was quite startling. And then, of course, you get this major wedgie going on. So
nuclear.
It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, we'll have that video for you a week from today.
Sweet.
When Casey returns, we shall see the silver bullet plunge.
Unless he sneaks in and takes care of that video.
No. We shot it. It's in our home, in our possession. So
there's a mysterious gap in the videotape.
Yeah. 16 seconds. Where did it go? It's 10 minutes after 6 o'clock. They are letters of the past, but a real treasure if the finders can locate the owners. A heart-touching story of love and letters at home a little bit later.
But first, a look at booming business along the Arkansas River. While there's a bunch of new growth, what will it mean for already existing businesses in the area? We're going to find out next.
From the News on 6, it's 6 in the morning with Leanne Taylor, Casey Norton, and meteorologist James Adelot. This segment of 6 in the morning is sponsored by Clear Tone, a scientific breakthrough that's soft and flexible. Try it for free right now at Clear Tone.
It's Toyota time, the nationwide clearance event, the year's biggest event. You've got to act now. Buy Tundra, rated best overall value of the year. Get huge clearance savings on every 2004 Toyota truck. Save $3,000 total on every Sports Series double cab Tundra with 4 real doors, or save with 0% financing. Toyota time. Selection, value, clearance, now. At your Toyota Power Team.
Every day at Panera Bread, warm weather brings the fresh flavors of summertime in favorites like our strawberry poppy seed salad with strawberries, blueberries, pineapple, and mandarin oranges, and the tomato and fresh mozzarella salad served with our rosemary and onion focaccia, or the new lower carb bistro steak salad with tangy gorgonzola cheese and walnuts. You can even sip a chilly new frozen iced tea lemonade every day, only at Panera Bread.
You've been waiting all year for this moment to arrive. The one and only clearance at your Lincoln Mercury dealer. A short time when you can get the best savings of the year on every Lincoln and Mercury, including Navigator, the midsize Aviator, and the versatile Mountaineer. Now lease Lincoln Navigator for $599 a month for 39 months with $36.04 due at signing. See your Oklahoma Lincoln Mercury dealer now.
Philadelphia. So rich, so creamy, so luscious. It makes an ordinary bagel divine. And it's 25% less saturated fat than butter. When it's Philly, it's heaven. And for a deliciously smooth spread, try Philadelphia Whipped. A tasty spin on the Philly you love.
Experts say too much freedom can be a bad thing. Maybe you'd better get out there and do your own research. With available real-time four-wheel drive, the CR-V from Honda.
This segment of the News on 6 is sponsored by the Lexus dealers of Tulsa.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. It's now 6:13. The Riverside expansion in Jenks is moving right along. Business is booming with new retail and office development expected to open by the end of the year. The city says it will bring millions of dollars and hundreds of jobs to the area. News on 6 reporter Patrina Adger looks at what it will mean for already existing businesses.
We're trying to get people to the west side of the river and enjoy Jenks.
The new 130-square-foot retail shopping center is finally taking shape, and the view along the Arkansas River in Jenks will soon be crystal clear in just a matter of months. Chamber of Commerce Director Ruth Littlefield says the $30 million structure will have outdoor restaurants facing the river, retail stores, office spaces, and a possible movie theater.
This is all came from the aquarium development. In other words, something had to start. Someone had to be the pioneer. And so the aquarium was it, but we know that to make the aquarium successful, we need more things around it.
Construction on the aquarium's 82-room hotel is also underway, along with a new walking trail. Here at Hugo's restaurant in downtown Jenks, lifelong residents like Ray and Florentine Cundiff are excited about the city's facelift.
It's just unbelievable the way it's growing.
We're real happy with it. Anything to raise the tax base around here, we help support the town.
The city says a few businesses have closed along Jinx's Main Street in recent months due to the economy and a number of other reasons, but they don't blame the new expansion. Littlefield says downtown Jinx is still thriving and hopes future development plans along Main Street will attract new businesses there. As for the shopping center, one resident says he's looking forward to the time when he doesn't have to drive to Tulsa to see a movie.
It'd be nice to be able to go see a movie and be able to get home in under 5 minutes.
Katrina Adger, the News on 6 tonight.
Katrina says the shopping center is expected to open in December. Well, have you been to the Tulsa airport lately? More and more people have, and records show an impressive increase in airport travel. New statistics show more passengers are using Tulsa International and Will Rogers World Airport in Oklahoma City. Tulsa International had almost 140,000 outbound passengers in the month of July. That is up nearly 5% from this time last year. It also marks the 6th straight month of passenger growth. Airport Director Mike Kyer says it is another sign of Tulsa's improving economy. Time now to get a check of our weather, and of course, we've had an unbelievably mild August. People that are visiting or have just moved to town are like, I don't know why people complain about Oklahoma in the summer.
Why would you get on a plane and leave?
Exactly.
It's just gorgeous. It's always like that. Let's take a look at our weather, shall we? Because we do have some shower activity, most of it passing south of Tulsa right now, but we do have some sprinkles that are redeveloping in south central Kansas right now. We can't rule out some shower activity through the day today, so we'll keep the rain chance at about 20% or so. Check our temperatures now. We are sitting at 69 degrees in Tulsa, Muskogee 65, warm spot, Salisaw 70 degrees, 55 in Veneta, 54 degrees in Fayetteville, so we still have at least some mid-50s around. Through the day today, highs should make it up into the mid-80s. South wind should stay fairly light, and again, that 20 or 30% chance of some showers around today. Tuesday, Wednesday, wow, that almost looks hot. Partly cloudy all the way up to a sweltering 91 on Wednesday and Thursday. Friday and Saturday, here comes more rain, 40% chance of rain moving in for the weekend. That, of course, keeps everything all green and holds the temperature down even more. So just an unbelievable stretch of weather. Just a reminder, it's been since 1997 since we've seen a summer without 100 degrees.
That's fine. We will love that for sure. Some dogs in Wisconsin barked their way into the Guinness Book of World Records this weekend.
About 200 four-legged friends showed up in La Crosse, Wisconsin to help set a new record for the loudest bark, an ear-popping 112 decibels. Owners riled up their pooches of all shapes and sizes to take part in the 3rd annual Bark in the Park. Proceeds from the event helped improve services at the local Humane Society.
Check this out. A Pacific Beach, California man also broke a world record this weekend for bowling. Woody Parcells started his bowling quest at noon on Friday and then tied the record of about 55 hours last night. The exact record amount isn't known, so Parcells continued to bowl a few more hours just to make sure he set a new record.
There you go.
His friends were there cheering him on while he bowled more than 280 games in 3 days. He does admit his game went down quite a bit in that time.
Now that's form. Look at him.
Wow.
Hey, he got his hands up at least.
Oh, spare me. Sorry.
Ouch.
Come on. I'm waiting.
I'm just going to say it looked like his arms were almost pinned to his sides there for a while.
Yeah. All right. Get your mind out of the gutter. 6:18 is our time. Still to come this hour, our business editor, David Healy, will stop by with a look at the market ahead. And we'll also talk about some love letters from a used sofa and how one Oklahoma family is looking for answers.
But first, it's time for today's sports. The PGA Championship came down to the wire, a three-way, three-hole playoff. We'll have your highlights coming up next.
So, you'd be able to send any package anywhere overnight. What you think, Professor? You want in?
Son, if you can wait a year for a birthday, I think you can wait a week for a package.
You never know what a golden opportunity will come your way, like the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Get your favorite Lexus vehicle at an incredible price.
And besides, people love the post office.
Yeah.
See Lexus of Tulsa.
Scissors, backpack, erasers, pencils. Want it, need
chiseled, muscular, powerful. Of all the thrilling lines that Nissan brings you, this may be the most interesting. The bottom line at the Nissan National Sales Event. It's an extraordinary time to get the all-new full-size Nissan Titan with 2% financing or $1,000 cash back. But hurry, September 7th is the end of the line. See your Nissan dealer now.
I'm a bargain shopper, except when it comes to my eyes. When I decided to have LASIK vision correction, I didn't want the bargain basement price. I wanted the best eye care available. And that's exactly what I got at TLC Laser Eye Centers of Tulsa. At TLC, you get a complete team of doctors of over 500,000 LASIK procedures. So you can bargain shop for the low price, or you can call TLC for the peace of mind that money just can't buy.
Call today to attend a free LASIK lunch and learn. TLC Laser Eye Centers, the best in sight.
Burnt out and beat? You need total refreshment with new Zest Tropical Fresh. Its invigorating sensation perks you up, picks you up, and brings you back alive with a cleaner rinse than ordinary soap. New Zest Tropical Fresh. Go tropical and get totally refreshed.
Honey, should we get the blue Jaguar or the green one?
Is something telling you it's time to get a Jaguar? Presenting the Unleash a Jaguar sales event. Lease an S-Type 3.0 for $499 a month at Jaguar of Tulsa. Unleash one today.
Morning, everyone. 6:21 is our time. I'm Leanne Taylor, and here's a look at stories making headlines this morning. Tulsa police are looking for a suspect who ran from officers overnight. It happened about midnight when officers tried to make a traffic stop. Officers say when they approached the car, the driver dropped crack cocaine in a soda bottle and then ran off. The search for that suspect led police to an abandoned house on North Madison and a gruesome discovery. Police say the house is known for drug activity, and when they went inside, they thought the suspect may have gone in there. When they started looking around the house, that's when they discovered a decomposed body. It is being investigated as a possible homicide. Some Tulsa teenagers are facing burglary charges after being found inside Perry Elementary School overnight. They'd apparently gotten in through an open window. Officers say both juveniles will likely face burglary charges. That's a look at our morning's headlines. Casey is off today, so James is going to be doing sports.
Yep, a lot of sports to talk about over the weekend, too, and we're going to start with Olympic basketball. Day one of the Olympics, it was awful. Day one of the men's basketball tournament in the Olympics, and the U.S. is tied for last place. They join other basketball powerhouses, Angola, Australia, New Zealand, and China, just to name a few. Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, and the rest of the U.S. team fell behind to Puerto Rico by 22 points at halftime. They kept trying to chip away at the deficit in the third quarter, but they never could catch up. The best they could do was pull within 9 points, but they still went on to lose. It was ugly. 92-73, that's only the third time in Olympic history that the United States has lost a basketball game, and it's the first ever loss in the Olympics with a team of professionals. Now, other Olympic notes this morning. Swimmer Michael Phelps' hopes of eclipsing Mark Spitz's record's 7 gold medals has come to an end. His 400-meter freestyle teammates took the bronze, and the U.S. women's gymnastics team is currently second behind Romania, Russia in third place. At the PGA Championship, this one went to a playoff. Chris DeMarco on 18 for the birdie putt. We'll see that coming up in just a second. If he'd have made this birdie putt, he would have won. Let's check it out. Wait, he did make this. See? There it goes. Well, let's go on to VJ. He wins it with this. Nice job. Three-way, three-hole playoff. Nice, nice, nice. VJ Singh wins it all. Now we've got Cardinals and Braves. Two of the best teams in pro baseball went at it. The Cardinals and the Braves. On the top of the second, Johnny Estrada. Check this out. Easy throw to first, right? Wrong. Way down the right field line. Mike Matheny scores. Runners advance to second and third. That is the lead for the Cardinals, 2-1. Check out Bobby Cox, the Atlanta manager. He's really happy about this. Looks like Leanne.
Yes.
Something doesn't quite go right. She's throwing her hat.
Throw your hat down.
Yep. Scott Rowland hits his 27th homer a little later on, too. The Cardinals went up 6-1. That one squeezed through into the outfield. And Albert Pujols, he hit his 36th home run of the year last night. Cardinals win 10-4. Finally for now in sports, NASCAR turning left and right. Real racing, finally. They're at Watkins Glen, New York for a road course. Jeff Gordon, he was strong at the start. Passed teammate Jimmy Johnson for the lead. Dale Jarrett, Joe Nemechek get stuck. Coming up here in the gravel of all places. Ouch. The car of the day, though, belonged to Tony Stewart. How about that? Tony had stomach cramps throughout the race. It wasn't just his car turning left and right, it was his stomach. He fought the stomach cramps off and fought off 42 other drivers. He won for the second time in 3 starts. Road course expert Ron Fellows finished in second place as well.
Very impressive. I got to tell you, though, I actually watched the opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
How could you stand that?
Like, would you please?
It
was long.
I had like 14 Rooster Boosters Friday, and
So
it
you
put
were
me to
awake.
sleep. It counteracted the effect, and I was wiped
Well,
out.
we happened to be watching on HD.
How was it? Pretty
Well,
cool?
if you go ahead and get to the regular programming, you could actually see the athletes walking on. We went back to the opening ceremonies over and over and over again. They were very pretty, though. Lots of beautiful shots there in Greece, and love to visit.
Oh, got one more sports note. Adrian Peterson last night, the OU scrimmage.
Yes.
He dislocated his shoulder, which is not as bad as a shoulder separation.
Okay.
They're 2 different injuries. I think he'll just miss about a week of practice.
Good, good. Well, good that he's going to be all right, not
Yeah.
good that he's missing out. Need to check the weather at 6:26.
Let's take a look at it because we do have, well, some cloud cover around. Take a look at the SkyCam network. We're at Highway 75 and I-44, and you can see those clouds around. We do have some showers in those clouds as well. Most of the shower activity passing south and southwest of the city of Tulsa, but some other shower activity has developed across parts of southeastern Kansas that could be moving our way. Check out the forecast today, 85 degrees with that 20 or 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy skies. Near 90 tomorrow, and oh, Leanne, we're going to be in the 90s Wednesday and Thursday for the first time, and it seems like 2 weeks or so. Shower chances increasing into the weekend. That's okay if it'll hold temperatures cool.
We love it, that's for sure. Still ahead this hour, our weekly visit with our business editor and a look at the business week ahead. Also, we'll tell you about some long-lost love letters which have some folks looking for answers.
Plus, was Michael Jackson really roughed up, or wasn't he? By deputies. A report is now out on his accusations.
We'll have our look at our morning's top stories, plus we'll get a live SkyCam Network traffic report still ahead.
Want more adventure this summer? Get more and get going to the Jeep Summer Sales Drive, where you'll have to hurry if you're going to get the Jeep vehicle you want and grab $1,000 in bonus cash for a combined cash allowance of up to $4,500 on select Jeep Grand Cherokees, Liberties, and Wranglers. But you've got to get it in gear because these offers end August 31st. Nothing's more fun than summer in a Jeep vehicle. Want more? Get going. See your Jeep dealer today because summer's almost gone, and so is the Summer Sales Drive.
You ordered the ocean water drink, right?
Yeah.
You get that every single day, don't you?
I have to get my daily recommended allowance of ocean water.
There's no recommended daily allowance of ocean water.
Yeah. Every day you're supposed to have some ocean water.
Who came up with the...
Some doctors. Yeah, one guy was like Dr. Funk. I think he was also a DJ.
Your favorite flavors. Sonic's got them, others don't. Start your day right and make Sonic your morning drink stop. It's not just good, it's Sonic good.
Is it time to replace an old appliance? Are you building or remodeling? You won't believe our choices. Lumberyards don't have these innovations. Drive up to our front door and let a full-time factory-trained expert show you the smart new features designed to make your life easier. Hahn Appliance has Oklahoma's largest display of working appliances at everyday low prices. You won't see the GE Harmony washer and dryer hooked up live anyplace else. They actually talk to each other. Only at Hahn Appliance Center, where you can turn on life.
Guess who's on a brand new adventure and heading to your town? It's Dora the Explorer, live on stage. Now you and your family can explore with Dora and all her friends live.
Oh, man!
So come join the adventure. It's Dora the Explorer, live, presented by Crest and Teddy Grahams.
Coming to Tulsa Performing Arts Center August 20th through 22nd. On sale now. Charge by phone or online at tulsapack.com.
It's Toyota time, the nationwide clearance event, the year's biggest event. You've got to act now. Get any powerful Tundra with 0% financing or an incredible $2,000 cash back, including Tundra Double Cab. That's right, get $2,000 cash back on all Tundras. There's also 0% financing or $1,000 cash on any tough and rugged Tacoma. Toyota time, selection, value, clearance, now.
Good morning, everyone. Time now is 6:30. I'm Leanne Taylor, and here's a look at our top stories for this Monday, August the 16th. Tulsa police are searching for a man accused of having crack cocaine and then running from police. Authorities say they tried to pull the man over about midnight, but he took off. He left a female passenger behind, along with his ID. The woman was questioned and released. A warrant will be issued for the man's arrest. Now, the search for that drug suspect led police to an abandoned crack house on North Madison. Police say once inside, they found a badly decomposed body of a man. Authorities are not sure how long the body has been there or the exact cause of death. They are waiting word from the state medical examiner's office. The death toll from Hurricane Charlie now stands at 16 this morning. There's still fear that number could climb as rescuers search through the debris. More than 1 million people are still without power across Florida, damages in the billions of dollars. President Bush has pledged federal assistance and declared much of the state a disaster area. Evacuations prior to Charlie's hit on Florida helped save countless lives. Thousands got out of harm's way thanks in part to a radar system in Norman, Oklahoma. The system, called Integrated Radar Data Services, collected data from Doppler radars across the nation and sent the information to the National Hurricane Center. And that we're told provided the most complete three-dimensional information. Singer Michael Jackson is due in court today for a pretrial hearing. That hearing comes following reports that investigators believe Jackson was not mishandled by deputies when he was arrested on child molestation charges last year. Reports indicate there's no evidence of criminal conduct that's been found. Jackson alleged he'd been roughed up by sheriff's deputies and suffered a dislocated shoulder. A dozen investigators conducted interviews with deputies, inmates, Jackson's doctor, and bodyguards, but found no wrongdoing. NBA star Kobe Bryant has his final pretrial hearing in his sexual assault case. Some legal experts don't believe the trial will go forward. They say too many things have gone wrong with the case, including the posting of sensitive court documents on the internet. Just last week, Bryant's accuser filed a civil lawsuit in court asking for unspecified damages. Bryant admits he had sex with a hotel employee, but insists it was consensual. Criminals might be able to escape the clutches of patrol officers and detectives, but they can't escape today's high-tech ways. It's helping find people who might otherwise get away. News on 6 crime reporter Lloyd Fulbright shows us how Oklahoma's fingerprint system is doing just that.
Bob Yurton is able to find people who were at crime scenes when nobody else saw them, kind of like catching ghosts. He does it with latent fingerprints, the prints people leave behind when they touch things. He puts those latent prints into the AFIS system, the Automated Fingerprint Identification System, and runs them against the 195,000 prints in the state of Oklahoma. Sometimes he gets a match.
At least it's nice to go to a crime scene, and when you bring the latent back in a matter of hours, at least you know somebody who's been there touching things.
Tulsa got a newer, better version of AFIS last year, and it's working. Tulsa's had 57 criminal hits so far this year, 2 hits on job applicants going through background checks, and 2 dead people identified.
There's often a misconception among citizens that police officers can get latent fingerprints off anything at a crime scene, but that's not the case. It often depends on the criminal's hand, how dry, oily, or sweaty it is. It also depends on what type of surface they're touching. Things like glass work best.
Every time a person is arrested, their prints go into the system. National searches can be done through the FBI's database. AFIS has helped Tulsa officers solve all kinds of cases, including 6 homicides, and in much less time than the old days.
Couple of minutes. It'll go out, search the database at the OSBI, and generate a report back here.
A few more minutes and they have the name of that person. Of course, the print only proves the person was there. It still takes good old-fashioned police work to find out what that person was up to. Lori Fulbright, the News on 6.
And computers can't testify, so the fingerprint examiner must still verify the computer's match and go to the court. The fingerprints used when we get the new digital driver's licenses do not go into the AFIS system. A new survey finds gas prices continue to go down with an increase in supplies, but a check of the News on 6 gas gauge shows it's not going to last. Soaring crude oil prices could cause rates to rise again soon. The national average for all grades of gasoline is $1.90 a gallon. In Tulsa, we're well below that. A gallon of regular unleaded will cost you about $1.71. Let's look at our morning's news. We'll turn our attention now to the traffic. Our first look at the Skycam Network traffic report from KRMG's John Philbeck. John?
Thanks, Leanne. So far on the city streets, we're in great shape. Police not working any accidents at all. Traffic's still going to be light at this point. That's going to be the same story on the expressways. Very light traffic. Nothing slowing you down. In fact, the News on 6 Skycam Network, you can see how well traffic is moving on Highway 169. Still a little bit dark, but no slowdowns on the southern end of it, where we are here about 71st Street. Traffic a little heavier northbound than it is southbound. Skycam Network traffic is sponsored by A1 Auto Body. Dave says be safe and buckle up. For 6 in the morning traffic, I'm John Philbeck, News Talk 740 KRMG.
Thanks a lot, John. A wildfire burning out of control is roaring through an old mining town in the California mountains. 24 homes have already been destroyed. Hundreds of people have been evacuated. 1,500 firefighters are working to contain the fire. Some came from another wildfire last week at Shasta Lake. That fire is now about 95% contained.
Meteorologist James Adelot has the American Meteorological Society's seal of approval.
Time now is 6:36. Very, very mild August, and those gorgeous temperatures continue. James Adelot joins us now.
And normals, mid-90s?
Not there.
It's been about 3 weeks. Unbelievable.
Perfect timing.
I know. We talked about how wonderful July was and how we may pay the piper come August, but certainly hasn't happened. Take a look at the Skycam Network. This view comes to us from Fine Airport Parking, and we look at the sky over Tulsa International Airport. Mostly cloudy skies right now. We have some shower activity in those clouds. Most of the showers staying just to the south, southwest of Tulsa right now. Okmulgee, Okemah, right around the Henrietta, Dewar area, toward McAllister and Krebs. We have some shower activity also in Holdenville. North of Bartlesville and Tulsa, we have some shower activity beginning to develop, so we'll keep that slight chance of showers in the forecast through the day today. Check out our temperatures. Mostly cloudy right now in Tulsa. We're at 69 degrees, 67 in the Ponca City area, 64 Oklahoma City. Travelers around the country, the hub airports, we do have some delays reported in the northeast, mainly New York City, Philadelphia, and up toward Boston right now. Shower activity, it is moving off the coast, so we should see improving travel conditions into the northeast by afternoon. West Coast in good shape, 66 in LA. Future view, again, a few scattered showers around northeastern Oklahoma, around 85 or so for our high. Keep in mind normals around 93 or 94, so we're doing very well for August. Overnight, 69 degrees or so. That front to the north probably won't make it through, but it could generate some showers in Kansas. Tomorrow, Oklahoma should stay dry, but a little bit warmer. Upper 80s expected tomorrow. 85 today with that 20% chance of showers and mostly cloudy skies. Tuesday and Wednesday, warming trend. In fact, almost hot. Wednesday and Thursday, hope we can make it. 91 degrees, just almost a feeling of what August should be like. Thursday, we start to see some shower chances back in the forecast, and by Friday and Saturday, rain, almost a 50-50 chance. And cooler temperatures, what an August.
We won't know how to act if we hit 90.
No, exactly.
Still ahead on the program, a look at a sci-fi victory at the box office this weekend as moviegoers flock to see AVP.
Also coming up, a touching story about some lost love letters from an era gone by and how the search for the owners continues to this day. So stay with us.
The lowest prices and the largest selection of pre-owned luxury cars, economy cars, and sports cars right here on the pre-owned lot at Jim Glover Chevrolet at 31st Memorial. Like this rocket red interior 02 Vet, hard to find. Or a loaded 01 Monte Carlo, leather, sunroof, and all. Zero down, $249 a month. That's why we sell more pre-owned vehicles than anyone. An 02 Camaro convertible, zero down, $239 a month. Hard to find 02 Bonneville SLE or this loaded 2000 Signature Series town car, zero down, $249 a month. Save your money. Get to Jim Glover Chevrolet.
Closeout, an absolute closeout of Bernhardt at Evans.
Heirloom quality furniture at ridiculous prices. After 30 years of selling Bernhardt in Oklahoma, we're dumping it. Over $500,000 worth of beautiful furniture will be sacrificed at closeout prices. You can save up to 70% off catalog, not only on Bernhardt, but also on 2 of our top bedroom and dining room lines, Kemp and Magnuson. And of course, you can buy with no down payment, have no payments or interest for 6 months at 36th and South Sheridan, Evans.
On today's News on 6 community calendar, donate school supplies and clothing through Project Spirit Supplies and help area children get off to a good start. Joyce Buckner will be at the Tulsa Garden Center from noon to 1 August 18th so that you can learn how to dry tomatoes even in the winter months. Join the News on 6 in supporting these community events.
For the current temperature and the latest forecast, dial 83 Giles.
Napa Auto Parts are known for quality and value, and Napa dealers have immediate access to 365,000 parts. But it's the vast knowledge of Napa's parts specialists that make them the go-to guys for diagnosing problems, getting the right part the first time, and friendly, helpful advice. See these local area Napa dealers: Harry Mitchell in Tahlequah, David Russell in Bartlesville, Mike Smith in Tulsa.
Napa. Dreams do come true.
I'm Conrad Dean. Pete Young, the new Bat Boy.
But not always the way we imagine them.
Kenny needs his car dropped off at a shop in Brooklyn.
Were those drugs yours?
You should ask your boy about that. If I cover for Baines, I go to jail. If I don't, the team hates me. What should I do?
Follow your heart.
Dean Cain, Mayor Winningham, Christopher Lloyd. Clubhouse, CBS Tuesdays this fall.
Stop by Land Rover Tulsa, the most well-traveled vehicles on earth, to register to win 18 holes of the most well-rounded golf in Tulsa at La Fortune Golf Course. It's a great drive.
Morning, everyone. We're back now at 6:41. Here's something most of us can relate to: the satisfaction of finding a good garage sale bargain. Lorene McCormick was excited when she bought an old couch for $100, but what she found inside turned out to even be better. News on 6 reporter Kirsten McIntyre went to Hobart for that story.
You could tell that they'd been there forever and ever.
Lorene McCormick still can't believe what was stuck inside her couch for several years.
It'd be dear to me. It would be like a treasure.
That treasure, these 2 love letters written in 1943 during World War II. The writing is small and hard to read, but the message is clear.
It says, "Well, honey, keep the home fires burning, and someday this damn war will be over and we can be together again."
Jay McCormick found the letters while moving his mom's couch. He says when they fell out, he couldn't believe his eyes.
Well, I was thinking that they belonged to somebody and they probably cherish them. You know, that was their grandparents or they're their own parents or something, or they still might be alive and would love to see them letters.
Which is what the family hopes will happen. The letters were written by Dewey Essery to his wife Georgie, who lived in this house on South Ollie in Oklahoma City. Dewey was away at war on a submarine and desperately missed his wife. He couldn't wait for the conflict to be over.
So be good and keep up your chin, and I will be seeing you again someday.
And now, 61 years later, the McCormicks are hoping for another reunion when they can stamp these letters, return to sender.
I just hope that somebody gets them. And what's really precious to me.
Well, I hope the right people get it and they just get a blessing out of it, get a joy out of it, a memory of their, themselves or their grandparents or whoever gets it.
The McCormicks say they tried finding the couple on the internet, but so far haven't had any luck.
Now for a look at entertainment news, moviegoers were easy prey for a double dose of Space Invaders at the box office this weekend. The sci-fi smackdown Alien vs. Predator, starring the creatures of Alien and Predator, oddly enough. That movie debuted at #1, took in more than $38 million. It was followed by the other new movie of the weekend, Princess Diaries 2, Royal Engagement. It came in a distant second. It took in $23 million. Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx came in third with their movie Collateral, the animated movie. What is that?
Yu-Gi-Oh? Yu-Gi-Oh.
Man, it comes in
Somebody should know the answer to that.
The Bourne Supremacy, which Casey says is good, in fourth.
All right. Well, Princess Diaries 2 is great.
Is it?
Great G, all family, everybody go. Monday, it is Monday, August the 16th. Check out celebrity birthdays today. Sportscaster Frank Gifford turning 74 today.
Yikes, his wife, TV personality Kathy Lee Gifford turning 51.
Director of Titanic and other films, James Cameron, is 50 today.
Angela Bassett, the actress who starred in Waiting to Exhale, she turns 46.
Singer, actress, and children's book author Madonna, also 46.
Actor Timothy Hutton from 30, what was that movie? 30, oh gosh.
I remember him from...
30-something?
No.
Come on.
Oh, it's not coming. He was in the war movie a long time ago, the very first with Tom Cruise, and anyway. He's 44. Country singer Emily Robinson of the Dixie Chicks is 32, and singer Vanessa Carlton is 24. Thank you, James. We'll work on that. It is down to the wire for the contestants in our weekly talent show known as Gimme the Mic. Tonight is the last night of preliminary competition before next week's finals. This morning, we meet the final 5 contestants hoping for a spot in the show.
The contestants in this week's competition would love the chance to pursue a professional career in music.
But I trade all my tomorrows for one single yesterday to be holding Bobby's body next to mine.
Amanda Bales is a student from Salina. She kicks off show number 5 with the song Me and Bobby McGee. She's nearly speechless when asked about her chances of winning.
I can't even imagine, you know. Just being on TV, the exposure of what might happen, I can't imagine yet.
For you I give a lifetime of stability or anything you want of me.
Jock Whited is from Tulsa, who's looking for his big break into showbiz.
I've always wanted to be a singer, and I've always wanted to kind of like, you know, just get on stage and be on stage, and I really want to just kind of like hear myself on the radio.
You took the chance and made other plans, girl, yes you did.
Josh Franks is already in the studio working on a CD, and he hopes a win on Gimme the Mic will help launch his career.
I feel like I have a sound that's a little bit different that I hopefully can relate to some people.
You stand, don't you dare give up, rule the storm.
It was a co-worker who encouraged Patricia Higgs to sign up for the auditions, and when she got the call that she'd made it, she was floored.
I started screaming, I started jumping up, and then they were like, what's the matter, what's the matter? My office manager, my supervisor came in and was like, what's the matter? I said, I've been chosen. They were like, chosen for what? I was like, chosen for Give Me the Mic.
Rachel Nichols just graduated from Broken Arrow High School and has already competed in Branson. She hopes her rendition of Lullaby of Broadway gets the judges' attention.
The rumble of the subway train, the rattle of the taxi, the daffodils who entertain.
So tune in tonight for this week's Gimme the Mic at 7 o'clock, when then our finale will be next week on August 23rd. And a reminder, tonight at 7:30, after the show's over, log on to KOTV.com for your chance to vote for our wild card contestant. That's the contestant who didn't win, but still might have the chance to move on to the finals. So be sure to join us tonight, and then we'll announce that winner tonight at 10.
Good deal. I wonder who I'll pull for.
They're all good. They're all very good.
All right, let's take a look at our weather because we have an incredible temperature expected again today. Take a look at the shower activity in our area on Warren Viper 3D. Most of the showers passing just south of Tulsa, but we still are in the running for a 20% chance of showers today. Temps now, 69 degrees Tulsa, 70 Sallisaw, 63 degrees in Bartlesville. High today, 85. Expect overnight lows to be down into the upper 60s again. We're going to give 90 a chance. Monday, or probably Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, very close to 90 degrees. Another chance of showers coming back into the forecast by Friday and Saturday will raise that rain chance to 40 or 50%. To say it's been a weird August. We've said weird weather since June 1st.
I know, it's very bizarre. Turning the page in our 6 in the Morning photo album, pictures to share with you today. Great birthday greetings go out to this young lady. Her birthday's today. Sarah Winters, turning 11 years old. She is a cheerleader for the Claremore Youth Football Association, enjoys golf, swimming, and riding her bike. Happy birthday wishes from Dad, her brother Scott, Skip, and her mother. And also having a birthday, I believe it is your turn.
Happy 7th birthday, Jalen Kent. That comes to us from Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa, all your aunts and cousins. Birthday, August 15th. Happy 7th.
And on from Friday, a first birthday for Liberty Eliza Orsini. Her birthday was on Friday. She turned 1 year old, and this is happy birthday from her family, sent in by Stephanie Reinhardt. What a cutie, and the cute little hat and smile and got the whole pink thing going on. 6:49 is our time. Just ahead, a look at the week ahead for the stock market, plus our stock tip of the week. Stay with us.
The News on 6 local news radio network can be heard on these stations.